Okay, we're going to take a look at how to create a mallet head using the revolve command with Autodesk Inventor. So to start out, we are going to be making a shape that looks like this. It's going to be a rectangle with two circles that we will trim, and the dimensions that we're going to use are right down here. So it's going to be 3 inches tall, and this rectangle will be 0.875 inches wide. So we're going to go ahead with Autodesk Inventor, start a 2D sketch, click on the XY plane, and we're going to use the rectangle. Again, that is going to be 0.875, 3 inches tall. And next, we'll use the circle command. And it doesn't matter at this point which side we draw the circle on. We just need to make the circle 0.1 in diameter and make sure that it's attached to the line. And again, down here toward the bottom. And now we're going to dimension from the top line to the center of the circle, and we want that dimension to be a 1/2 inch, 0.5. And again, from the bottom line to the center of this circle, 0.5. Now we're going to trim the parts that we don't want. And then we're going to finish this sketch. Now we've used the extrude command, and we're going to use the revolve command at this point. And so upper left hand corner, click on revolve, and I'm going to use the drop down here because you can see it's selected the surface that we want to revolve, but now we need to select the axis. And we want to revolve it around this axis because our circular features are on the other side. We want to select the opposite axis, and when I do that, then I get the revolution and I get the shape of the mallet head. Click OK. We're next going to create a chamfer on the top and bottom edges. I'm going to select both of those. And for the distance for the chamfer here, that's to be 1/16. Click apply, and you can see now we have the chamfer on the top and the bottom. Close that. I'll let you assign colors, materials, and things. Make sure you use a bright color. It's going to be a children's toy, so we want to use some bright colors, make it look nice. But I'll leave that up to you. I'm not going to cover that in this video. The next thing we need to do is add the hole for the handle to be inserted in. That's a threaded hole, so what we're going to first need to do is create a point on the surface of this cylinder. So we're going to create a work plane and select the drop down. We want this to be tangent to the surface and parallel to a plane. Click that. We're going to first select the surface that we want it to be tangent to. Then over in the left hand side, I'm going to click the plus sign by the origin folder, and I'm going to select the XY plane. Click that. And so now I've got a work plane attached tangent to this cylinder. Tangent meaning touching a circle in one place. And so now that I have that created, I'm going to start a 2D sketch and then click one of the corners of the work plane so I can start the 2D sketch on this work plane. At this point, I need to project some geometry so I can center the point where I want it. So I'm going to just click project geometry. I want the top edge, and I want one of the side edges of this mallet head. So now that I have those selected, you can see they're yellow. And I'm going to place a point out here. And I want that centered. So I'm going to dimension from the top line that I just projected geometry from to the center of the point. Remember, our mallet head is 3 inches tall, so half of that is 1.5 inches. I'm going to dimension that. I'm going to dimension from the side to the point, and that should be 0.875 inches. So we're good. The point is centered on our mallet head. And now when I finish this sketch, I have a point here, and when I select hole, the hole will attach to that point. Alright, I want a threaded hole, so I'm going to select threads. And you're going to need to look at your PDF file to make sure that you get the correct threads. And notice the size is 0.625, 5/8 inch coarse threads. The threads are going to go down 5/8 of an inch or 0.625, and the hole is actually drilled at 0.875. So we're going to make those settings with Inventor here, and I first need to change the size to 0.625. Notice that updates here. And now I need to change some features here with the hole. Notice it's not going through all. I'm going to click distance on that for termination. And now I'm going to set the first distance. The depth of the hole is 0.875. And the threads are 0.625. And now I click OK. And I have the threaded hole. You notice we don't need the work plane anymore, so we're going to go over in the browser on the left hand side here. I'm going to right click on the work plane, and then I'm going to take the check mark out to get rid of the visibility of the work plane. And now you've got your mallet head put together. The next step for this would be to do a save as, and make sure you save that in your documents folder where you can access that at a later point. And another point would be to make sure that you do assign materials and colors to make this a bright colored object. Alright, good luck with creating the mallet head.